Hey everybody, welcome back. It's another episode of Dadcast. With you always is me, JP, and that guy, Nick Martin. How are you, bud?
What's up? I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right, bro. You feeling all right today? Things good?
Yeah, things are all right. A little weird, but all right.
Good. All right. Today, we are joined by two guests. Once again, the man, the myth, the front man of Elvis Monroe and the host of Hero's Journey podcast, Brian. How are you, buddy? Mr. Hopkins.
I'm good, man. Good to see you guys.
You as well. Is it cold in Vegas? Hoodie and a beanie?
It is.
But is cold like 80 degrees cold, or is it like 30 like it is here?
It's like 50. It was like 40 something this morning, and it's just getting.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd still be rocking a tank top and shorts in Vegas.
Yeah,
that's funny.
I don't know. It looks like everybody got the memo though, because we're all wearing hoodies except for you, JP.
I know. So. I went flannel action today. Today on the show, man, we're excited. We're stoked. We've got a pretty amazing guest here. He is known worldwide as Mr. Dee Jay Silver. How are you, bud?
Good, guys. How are y'all? Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man. Awesome. So if you weren't aware of what the premise of Dadcast is, it's basically two dads, Nick and I, who like to talk with other celebrity dads about being dads, the path, the journey, and everything in between. We do tend to go off the rails sometimes, and by tend to, every single time. So just so you know.
Got it.
All right.
Good.
Very first.
I love how you just referred to us as celebrities, like we're celebrities.
Did I? Well, you speak for yourself. Again, we can have that conversation, but in a 40 square mile radius, I am famous.
How is Ada, Oklahoma doing for you?
Southern Oregon, 40 square, maybe even 30 square miles. But very first question, Silver. It's a rite of passage on Dadcast. It is, are you a dad?
Yes, sir. Of course. Up to.
Yeah. Talk to us, man. Boys, girls, ages, names, all that good stuff.
6-year-old boy named Wake. It's hard to believe, right? And I got a 3-year-old daughter. Her name is Davis.
Wake and
I
Davis.
Literally just ran Wake out. I was like, you got to go, buddy.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know, if he or she decides to interrupt again, totally good. We love having guest appearances from our guest kids on here. In fact, we encourage it. So not a problem if it happens. You and I were kind of walking the same path when it comes to that. My boy and girl are 3 years apart as well. I've got a 12-year-old and a 9-year-old. Are they fighting with each other yet?
No, I mean, they tend to scream at each other once in a while, but I kind of shut it down pretty fast, you know?
Okay. All right. Okay.
We don't do screaming in my house. You don't cry to get your way. You just tell us what you need.
I hear you, man. And I wish I try to apply that too, but as they get older, it's getting considerably more difficult.
I've already lost control. I can't imagine when they get older.
I got to ask, since Brian is joining us today, how do you two know each other?
We met years and years ago in Vegas when I played at the Hard Rock at Rehab and Body English, right, Brian?
Actually, the first time we met was we were both playing Route 91 the first year.
The first year. I got that poster right next to me, matter of fact.
Yeah, and so do I. It's crazy because we met in backstage in the
Artist Lounge.
The Artist Lounge. And it was one of those things where somebody, like, it was this common, we knew of each other, and next thing you know, we were sitting down and talking and swapping numbers, and here
we are 8 years later, 6, 7, 8 years later.
I know, it's crazy.
Amazing.
It's crazy. And we've been, we help each other out through the clothing line stuff, all the connections that we have. We've been doing that for years. In fact, that year, you put on my shirt, Red Chapter Clothing, and there was like 22,000 people. There's a shot of on the back shoulder, Red Chapter Clothing, and 22,000 people in front of you. It was amazing.
I took my shirt and switched as I was walking on.
You did. Right as you walk it up, you're like, give me a shirt. Yeah. Boom, walk up. And we've been friends ever since. And we actually played a show together. Remember when at the pool? And you just kept going. We did a show together. It was a DJ live music thing.
Yeah, it was at Rehab Pool at Hard Rock.
Exactly. And my guys were stuck in traffic coming from LA, and you're buying them time going, yo, way into my set already.
Got it.
I got you though, and you saved my ass.
I tell everybody that's the only time I control anything in my life is when I'm playing music. That's not true.
Seems like a recurring theme with Brian and friends and guests. A lot of clothing gets changed on stage or stolen or whatnot from all your buddies, Brian.
It's a lot of fun. I mean, I got a good group of friends around me, and now you have your own line with a handful of guys.
Yeah, I have a line called the Cashville Hooligans.
Nice.
It's me and the guys from Love and Theft and a couple other people. It's something we've always had here in Nashville. Excuse me.
I'm actually working on putting together an order from that. I was looking at Love and Theft, and
I'll give everybody a code right here for you. But so it's just a thing we started. We've always worn it just as a little clique, like Michael Ray's part of it. And I was and we were in Vegas at one night, and I said, "Dude, let me take this nationwide." And he goes, "What do you do?" I said, "You don't have to do anything. I'll do it." And so we designed it all, put it out. Brian, of course, we're out there with the same company he is, and there we go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Impressive.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Dig
Wait for you to
that.
see the new lines I got for the Black Friday designs. We're actually dropping Monday.
It's amazing. It's been a lot of fun, and we've been working together for years. For years. Yeah, with your personal stuff and everything. And if you guys haven't seen this guy do his thing, he works harder than anyone. He will do 3 shows in a night. Like I saw you last time I saw you, you were in town and you were opening up for Jason.
Yeah.
Jason Aldean, and you were like, "Hey, I gotta go." You were doing a show at another club, and then the next day hitting another, like I think it was a day at a pool, and then you were catching up with everybody else, doing the tour, and it's constantly like that. And I've watched
25 years into it. I still love doing it, and I just can't. And I just. And my manager's like, "You don't have to work so hard." I was like, "This isn't work, man. This is. I love this part, And there are times where I tell them, "Look, man, the Sunday nights or Monday nights in I don't know the Mohegan Sun is in Uncasville, Connecticut. I'm out." But but it's like, let's just pick some places in and me. Vegas has always been home to me, and Vegas means a lot to me as a person. And I've been my whole career mostly in Vegas, so anytime I get to play Vegas, whether like December 9th, I'm playing the Golden Knights game at T-Mobile Arena. Like,
December 9th.
Yeah. And I can't even wait. Like, we're there for the NFR, and they're like, "You want to jump in and play the Golden Knights game?"
Yeah.
All right, dude, let's roll.
That's incredible. Yeah, you just did T-Mobile Arena last weekend.
Last weekend for the PBR. Yeah.
Yes. I saw that you were here. And that's the thing, you're constantly doing that. And I knew you, you go back, it was before you had your little one, and you guys were so excited. I remember you when you guys were, now correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys were just, boyfriend, girlfriend back then.
Yeah,
and I remember you getting engaged and then, getting married and then having your first little one. And
here's the date after we got married, actually on our anniversary, found out she was pregnant.
Oh, perfect. Which leads me into my very next question. I'm reeling it back to Dad here just for a minute. It was a fateful day, 6.5, 7 years ago, give or take, for you, Silver. And you found out that you were going to be a dad for the first time. Can you recall the emotions that went through that day?
I can. I just got home in typical fashion. It's our wedding anniversary, and I flew all night, I think, from Vegas or San Diego or Phoenix or somewhere to get home to it. And I was just like, "I'm gonna take a shower and let's roll." We're gonna fly. We were flying out to Miami or somewhere. Just before we had kids, it was so easy. I live in Nashville, so direct flights to Fort Lauderdale all day. So we go to Fort Lauderdale, have dinner, spend all night in Miami, then fly back home. Direct, get the last flight home. And I hear, "Oh my God!" She starts screaming, and I thought, "Oh God, what just happened?" And then she jumps in the shower with all her clothes on. I was like, "We're pregnant." I was like, "Oh God!" I didn't know how to act. You know what I mean? But it was such a cool moment. It was like pure excitement. But at the end of the day, I was like, "Now what?"
Right?
You don't have kids. The first time they tell you have kids, you're like, "Holy shit, well, the world's changing," whether you want it or to. Now that I have kids, it's the best thing in the entire world. I had an opportunity to go do something this weekend, and Jason called me and says, "Let's go do this." And I was like, "Yeah, man." Another part of me was like, "This is the only day I get to see my kid is Sunday, so I'm gonna stay here and act like I'm dad of the year for a couple hours here.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Man,
I've been a fan of yours for a while. I saw you with Aldine at a couple shows, and then I was watching the Route 91 documentary on Paramount, and the way you talked about your kid and how you bring him on stage with you and just like the excitement you were talking about was like, oh my God, this dude's amazing. Like, we've got to get him on the podcast. I got to hear more about it. What's it like bringing your kid up in front of 20,000, 30,000 people and just having that experience with him?
Well, when we do like smaller arena shows, 10 or 15,000 people, and I'd bring him up, put him behind the stage, and he'll just wave. And it's just cool because one of my biggest fears is, that I won't, when he realizes what I do for a living, I might not be still doing it, if it makes sense, because I was an older dad. I didn't in Wake 6, and we had him in 40. So you know what I mean? So you can do the math. And it's just like, I feel like I live a cool life. Like, all these, and I see Dirks running out, or I see somebody else running out, all the kids running out with her. I was like, man, that is so cool to bring the kids out on stage. And I brought him out a few times, but I will tell you the time that he's been to every Faster Horses since he's been alive. It's my favorite festival on the entire planet Earth. It's in Brooklyn, Michigan. And this is the 10th year of the festival. So I've done all 10 years. I'm the only person to do all 10 years. And Wake said, can I go on stage with you? I said, yeah. And I said, all right. And his favorite song is Sam Hunt House Party. So I turned it on, and you'll see the video on my Instagram. And literally he looks at me, he's like, can I go? I'm like, yeah, bro. Hell yeah, go. And he runs out in front of 40,000 people, just rocks it. And I will tell you, 9 out of 10 human beings can't do that.
That's amazing.
You walk out, and Brian will tell you, the fear of that spotlight is real, man. Either you got it or you don't. And there are times, sometimes I'm intimidated by it. And I have a 6-year-old that just went out there and danced the entire time. And it was just one of my coolest videos. I called every photographer, Getty Images, to the local Detroit press. I was like, give me your pictures.
Yeah.
My manager,
Did you get a good one?
I got 40 different angles, man. And like my
20 by 30 above the fireplace.
Somebody, and I'll step up and get it in a minute. I just got a thing in the mail and a big canvas of him and the silhouette of us within that crowd. It was just so cool. It's like I'm in my studio right now, and blessed to have a life we do with different events and records and stuff. But that's just front and center.
Yeah, man,
that's amazing.
All right, and that's Dadcast. I don't know, how do we top that? I'm not entirely sure. Right?
Yeah. Oh man,
that's amazing. Incredible. Is that Echo walking back there? Your Echo? Is she in town?
She lives here now.
She's back. Hi, Nicole.
They can see you. Just wave, say hi.
Can I put her and you on the spot since she's here?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Nicole, come here.
Take my left ear, Nicole.
Take my left ear. Lean in. Yeah.
How's it going? All right, so I've been dying to ask this question for a couple of years now, and I'm like, now's the best time to ask it. Are we ever going to make Brian a dad again and you a mom? Is that in the cards ever?
No, not in the cards.
Okay. All right then. No, I'm not disappointed. Well, I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm not going to lie.
I don't know. He can borrow mine. I'll bring the babies down. You guys can borrow my babies and.
Yeah, there you go.
She's not even down for that, Nick. All right.
She's like, hell no.
All right.
I don't blame.
I'll put it back in. I'm leaving.
Right. Yeah, I know.
You can yell at me for that one later.
You and I will talk when I get out of here. If that would happen to my wife.
Yeah. That's. I'm expecting it. I'm wholeheartedly expecting that to happen.
You and I will speak when this podcast is over.
By the way, Brian, guess who's going to be in Vegas tonight?
Post Malone.
Me.
Nice.
Are you really going to Vegas?
Yes. All right, look, listen, I'll make it quick. I was trying to tell you off the air before we got on here. I sold a car and I need to buy a car, but the only way to get to the car, it's in near San Francisco. But the only way to get there, cheap flights, is to go to Vegas and then from Vegas to San Francisco because, like I said, we live in the butthole of Oregon. And so anyway, that's how I got it financially to work out. It cost me like $150 to fly to Vegas. I get the free room, the free food, and I fly back. So I land at like 10:30 tonight, and then I leave again at 6 a.m. to get to the airport. So this is literally getting there. But I got a 1-bedroom penthouse at Mandalay Bay comped, so I'm going to enjoy my 6 hours.
go.
So
That's great.
anyway, and then Nick, I will be back in town literally 24 hours from the time I leave here today.
That sounds like every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday of my life.
Right? Yeah. How
the biggest thing, worst thing you can do is go to sleep. Just stay up.
Oh, but then I got to drive. That's the thing. I got to drive another 6 hours once I pick the car up to get home. So I'm not entirely sure over the passes that are full of snow right now. So I'm going to have to, we'll wing it. We'll fly by the seat of my pants and see how it goes. But me being awake in Vegas between 1 and 5 a.m. is probably pretty dangerous.
I've got an evil twin that lives in Clark County too, bro. I get it.
Man. I got like triplets, to be honest, but that's besides the point. So
That's funny.
you had the baby, or you found out you're having your kid.
Yeah.
The lady jumps in the shower. That's awesome, by the way.
Screaming
Love that
at me.
story. 9 months later, it's time to have said child. Were you in the room? Were you there?
Yeah, I got the best first child story. I went to dinner with Tyler Farr last night for the 2 nights ago. Tyler Farr is one of my dearest friends. Him and his wife Hannah are just my humans. And so we played at Wake Forest University. I know we had 2 weeks before the baby was due. He was due September 8th, but it was me and Aldine and Kid Rock were playing at Fenway Park. And I told my wife, I was like, babe, I don't mean to be rude. That kid's going to be born a bastard because I'm going to be in Boston.
Right.
We better, you know what I mean? Just kidding around, kind of. I would have totally missed it. So we are use this term very lightly. We did a celebrity basketball tournament for Austin Dillon, the NASCAR driver.
Yeah.
How I get invited, right? So me and Tyler Farr, we're not 6'5" between the three of us, you know. With Tyler, we drink the entire way. We're going to Wake Forest University. Tyler is wrecked. He gets up. I swear, it's burned in my brain. He wakes up with a pair of Air Jordans, socks to his knees, Chicago Bulls shorts, and a Straight Outta Compton T-shirt. I was like, "Is that all it is you?" So we walk into this gym, and they're like pro athletes. Ben Bruss was the NCAA 3-point leader in Division I. I mean, we have no reason to be here. Tyler gets hurt in the warm-ups, like pulls his ass off in the warm-ups. So we decided I have the best picture of some 7'1" dude dunking on Tyler Farr that literally. So on the way back, we just proceeded to do what me and Tyler Farr do. We just started drinking heavy. And I'm on my way to Vegas for Labor Day weekend to play rehab. And so we're smashing. So like you heard my phone ring earlier, no matter if the phone's off, my wife rings through. And I'm in the bunk and the phone rings. And I pick it up, said, babe, well, hey, what's going on? She said, I don't want to scare you. And I was like,
oh, shit.
Too late, right?
Yeah.
She goes, my water just broke. I go, holy shit. I got up and I told the driver, I don't know where we're at. Keep in mind, my alcohol blood content in that order was, I ain't driving anywhere. And I said, where you at? I said, babe, I use navigation to get home. I have no idea where we're at. I give the phone to the driver. Him and my wife are speaking driver knees, like exits and mile markers and whatever. So coming to find out, we're 2 exits from the house on the way to the airport to drop me off. That's how close I come to missing this.
Wow.
So they pull over in the side of 840 and 65 outside of Nashville and puts me off on the side of the interstate for her to come get me. Her water broke. Keep in mind, she drives the interstate to get me. I'm too drunk to drive to the hospital. She has to not only water breaks, come and gets me, then drives herself
contractions.
to the hospital. Yeah. Where when I'm with Tyler Farr, we get to the hospital. His wife Hannah Farr is the nurse.
Wow.
That. So we get in, and Tyler calls me, and goes, "Oh, the fuck happened this morning?" I said, "I'm about to be a daddy." "Oh God, call me later." And so that's it. So if that's not a Nashville story, I don't know what is. You know?
Oh,
that's
wow.
a great story. So you made it in the room and everything. They let you in there with that BAC over 1.0.
Oh, I told him that clone was called success, buddy. Just deal with it. Yeah, it was good. we got in and everything happened, and my wife's just a total badass. She's a rock star, and she got in. I'll never forget. I've never seen anything like this. I didn't go to any of the appointments because I was gone, and they pull out and they were like, "Do you want drugs?" She goes, "I'm not trying to be your fucking hero." Yeah. Right. They pull out this epidermical needle, whatever this thing is.
Yep.
It looked like a Ninja Turtle pulling out a sword. I was passed out from that. And Jenna, she's a champ, and baby, and it was the best thing ever. Yeah.
Nice.
Wow. Congratulations.
Man, I gotta tell you, we've had close to 100 guests or more on this show, and that has to be. It has to be top 3 answer. Yeah, it has to be. If not number 1, Nick.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I did sober up was when that lady walked in and they dressed her like a NASCAR pit crew and started putting mask and shield on. I was like, oh shit. Jenna told me, she goes, just whatever you do, stay above the curtain. And the lady's like, Jenna goes, don't you look. Just I was like, don't you fucking worry.
Yeah, it's all good.
Don't you?
Did you sober up for the second birth?
Bro, I could have drove to Oregon after the. The second one was way easier. We planned it. It was we set the times and actually had a C-section and set it just so it was perfect. Showed up at the hospital at 10:30. Had photographers and video people there. Had our hair and makeup did. We were baby number 2, which was a total surprise. We didn't know what we were having. Handed her to me, and she held the baby up like this, and I was like, "What is that?" And she goes, "It's a girl." I was like, "Holy fuck!" So we get out. The best part of this whole thing. She goes, "We're gonna name her Davis Jesse," and I was like, "Girl, your uterus is laying on the table. Name that thing Purple if you want, whatever." So we named. We get out, and I stepped out, and I called Jason and Brittany Aldine. I was like, "Dude, it's a girl," and Britt was like, "Do you have any girl shit, Silver?" I'm like, there's nothing in my house because I would have fought you. I'd have told you we're having a boy, right?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you how great these humans are. She texts or Jason texts, "Is your house code still the same?" I said, "Yeah, no worries at all. We're gonna stop by the house and come get you. Do you need anything?" I said, "No, fine." Brittany went to whatever store and completely decked her closet out with all girls' clothes of all sizes, underwears to diapers to onesies to just complete girl stuff. It was just some of the most thoughtful humans. And people don't get to see that side of them a lot. It was not asked for. It was not even thought of, not even mentioned. I was just excited to have my friends come celebrate the moment with me. And I don't think I've ever said that out loud to anyone. It's just, and those are just, it just shows you when just some of the best people.
And you just mentioned that you were expecting a boy, but a girl comes out. Now here we are 3 years later. Isn't it just the most, my little girl has got me wrapped. I will fight the entire Russian army to protect that friggin' girl.
I'll go back to jail. Whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then 5 minutes with that girl, she's funny. We just
goes downhill.
Isn't that where you met Tyler Farr?
Yeah, at least at a 1-3 reunion. I walked in the bathroom yesterday and I heard this click on the tile. My wife just posted the video on Instagram actually. And I had my camera because I always keep the cameras. This chick is funny, man. I walked in, she had high heels on both sides and had like one of Jenna's like crop tops on her head. And it was all, I said, "What are you doing?" She goes, "I just want to look pretty." And I said, "Not those hooker boots, you ain't." She's like, "Dad, these hooker boots. These are hooker boots." Went on this whole tirade about hooker boots. She's just great. Like we just had a million views on Instagram with her. It's just crazy.
No way.
Right. And she's going to go to, preschool talking about hooker boots. And then you're going to get the call from the teacher. It's going to be fantastic.
Told the preschool teacher that his daddy was a drug dealer. So it's all right.
I think it's got to be a song in there somewhere.
Oh,
Nick.
Yo.
So, I love these episodes that just fly right by, but at the same time, I hate them. I know both of you got to get going. So I want you, if you've put together a Fast Five yet, to do your Fast Five with Silver.
Oh, yeah. So if you could have a billboard with anything on it, what would it be and why?
A billboard, huh? Man, I've had a lot of billboards. So just right now, if I saw a billboard outside.
If you could,
you could have it. You can put whatever you want.
If I could put anything on a billboard.
Yeah, whatever you want.
I would just say be kind to each other with a heart.
There we go.
That's awesome.
Love fixes a lot of things, man.
Very cool. I honestly didn't create a Fast Five. I had a rough night last night.
Okay, that's all right. And so you're telling me with your memory, you've only got one? Okay, that's fine. I love you, buddy. I know. It's been a rough night. It's been a long day.
Give me a break.
All right. Well, and here we go. Silver, you could play a show anywhere in the world with any artist, living or dead, who you have not already played a show with. Who's it going to be? Elvis,
downtown Memphis.
Oh, you didn't even need to think about that.
Just that's just iconic.
Oh, thank you very much. That'd be amazing.
Love it.
Man, yeah.
Love
Okay. Great.
I feel like me and Elvis would have been close friends.
Yeah.
I think he'd probably still be around if he had a friend like me in his life.
Aw, God, I wish he
believe
was.
Just somebody tell him no. I see so many of these artists.
Music would be so different if he was still around. Like the whole landscape of music would be completely different if Elvis was still alive.
Yeah, and you
But
don't
what
have
were you saying,
your entire
Silver?
family. I would just think you see a lot of these artists come up and they don't have anyone in their life telling them no, that's a bad idea. Shut your mouth. You shouldn't do this. And they just got a bunch of yes men around them. And I just don't.
Yeah.
Somebody like Elvis, I felt like needed a voice of reason. Hell, he had the entire state of Memphis on his payroll.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Do you cook for your kids? And if you do, what is your favorite thing to make them?
Yeah, I cook all the time. I do like grilled chicken and mac and cheese and steaks and anything in a box is great. I got it.
Nice.
As soon as Mama leaves, I Grubhub the shit out of it. It's perfect.
Okay.
I got one.
Okay.
What is
Yes.
your funniest parenting fail?
Oh God, here it is. This is it. So first day of school, I fly again. I'm gone. You know, it's a good and a bad thing. And I was like, I'm not missing Wake's first day of school. I'm going to fly in. We're going to go. My kid's a rock star, man. And rolled up and I said, what do you want to wear, buddy? And he's always been, and Brian will tell you, he's always been older than his age, but he is intellectual. I mean, I found out we have dwarf planets from a 2-year-old, you know, and we get there to school. And I said, what do you want to wear, buddy? And he pulls out this biker jacket, literally a biker jacket that says his name on the front. It says Nashville, Tennessee, whatever. And an Ozzy Osbourne shirt, biting the head off a bat, and red sunglasses and Air Jordans. I was like, bro, you rock. We get out of the car.
Love it.
My wife didn't tell me this was a Church of Christ private school. I was like, holy shit, dude.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I was like, wait, come here, turn your shirt inside out. Just wouldn't. And so we walk in. So I get out of there and I call my buddy Trace Alla, and I said, homie, this is what happened. He goes, bro, you're good. Let me tell you what happened to my daughter. And he said, first day of school, you pulled a picture of Kid Rock do a blow off a stripper. It was on her t-shirt. And I was like, hold on, they make that in kid sizes? Second of all,
Right.
what? You know what I mean? He goes, I said, I feel like I've done something right here. It was only
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You turned it inside out. You were good.
yeah. And I was like, sorry, Lord,
man.
what is the Church of Christ? But yeah.
All right. So speaking
I don't
of
feel
kids
bad about
wanting to
myself
dress,
after that.
so I've been showing Liam videos of Elvis Monroe, and he's like, he loves Ben. Like for some reason, Ben is his hero, right? I'm sorry, man, but here you go.
Oh, that's
You had to go get the little
Just-
Jordans, little tight pants, big
That's
Nike
it.
shirt.
Ben.
Yeah.
I hope he's half as talented as Ben one day, because Ben is the man.
Yeah, Ben is
Yeah,
awesome.
he is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think it goes always. I tell you how life goes in a circle sometime, and I don't know if you know our story with the Route 91 thing with Ben, but he actually saved my mother-in-law.
That was me.
Yeah.
Brian. Brian.
Right. Yeah.
I'm
That's
the
what
one. Yeah.
That's
Thank
how this
you, yeah.
turned around in a full circle. I got confused on the picture.
No,
But,
you're fine. Yeah.
yeah, and that's how life goes in a full circle. Sometimes the Lord puts people in your life that you don't know you need to be in your life, and obviously you were one of them. And
here we are.
in-
Amazing.
From the same place that we met
yeah, exactly.
years later, and which was pretty crazy. And the day you told me, I was in tears to the day she got on the phone.
Yeah.
You were calling Ben looking for me.
Yeah.
And I was
Yep.
waking up in a car on the way to a show. We were doing a
Yep.
benefit show, and I was in tears when I found out, because I didn't know. I knew Nicole and the other Nicole, and I didn't know anyone else that I helped. And she got on and said what I did for her.
Yep.
And it just brought me to tears. We were both crying, and I forever will be connected to her. So give her a hug for me.
I will. I'm sure we got a hurricane coming into Florida. I feel like she's about to move back in with me again in Nashville. But yeah,
Oof.
but no,
Yeah.
it's just funny. Like I said, sometimes people come in your life, you don't understand why, but you don't ever question. That's how I feel about you, So
Thank you, man. Love you, dude. Thank you for doing. Thank you for doing this with. Yeah, thanks for doing this with the boys. I wanted to jump on and join in on this, and they let me sit in from time to time when it's my friends and so thank you for letting me be a part of it.
Come on, man. You are a part of this damn thing.
Yeah,
That's right.
Thanks, man. Thanks, guys.
All right, wait. So it sounds like you're about to leave. We're pushing.
Go.
Can you give me 2 minutes?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can give you 2 minutes.
2 minutes. All right. Perfect.
Okay.
All right.
Did you
Then
see that look on her face?
I had to look.
He's
She's the one
looking for permission. He's like,
She's the one who has to go to the hospital. She's
got a
between cases.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then okay. Final question, Silver. This is one of the more important ones I like to ask on the show, and then we'll wrap this thing up. If you could impart any bit of wisdom or advice on any new dad or about to be a dad, what's it going to be coming from the perspective of you?
Don't get your feelings hurt when that baby don't know who you are for the first few months, because nothing you have is going to stop that kid from hurting, crying, being hungry. It's the mother. That was the hardest lesson. I just wanted that kid to, I see all these Hallmark movies with total bullshit and coming out and grabbing. I mean, nothing I can do to make that kid stop crying. The minute Jennifer grabbed awake, he was over. He's fine. So that's what I can say. Just be patient with it. And one day he's going to realize that if she is that baby's lifeline.
There you have
and you
it.
are just a bipartisan son of a bitch that's carrying dirty diapers at the trash can for a minute.
Yep. Yes, sir. And I'm glad to do it. Party people, thank you so much for checking out this episode of Dadcast. One more time, a big fat thank you to our man, Mr. Brian Hopkins, frontman of the band Elvis Monroe and the host of the Hero's Journey podcast. Brian, thank you, brother.
Silver, thank you, man.
And,
God,
of course, Dee Jay Silver. Catch him pretty much anywhere and everywhere because the man's a workaholic doing his thing. Thank you so much for coming on Dadcast, man. Much appreciated. I hope to catch you sometime soon.
It's an honor. Thank you guys for having me. Appreciate the invite.
Absolutely.
Hey, real quick, everybody, it is Veterans Day. Thank you, everybody, so much. We appreciate you all.
Yep.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Hey, Jenna, give Jenna my love. And thank you, guys.
Absolutely.
All
and
right.
to everyone watching worldwide, wherever you may be and however you may be listening or watching, thank you so very much. If you happen to be right here on the YouTube channel, like it up, subscribe, and do all the things. And we'll catch you on the very next episode. Have a great rest of your whatever. See you.